Hey guys, Matt Lighty here, and this is going to be your overview of the Echoes of the Atlas and Ritual League in its entirety. The trailer dropped today. If you haven't watched it, it's in the description below. I suggest you check it out. We're just going to dive in and just go over all there is to go over. And Path of Exile's down for maintenance. Fuck me sideways. Try to make a fucking video before you go to bed, and this is what happens. Fucking kill me. Okay, back in action, boys. Echoes of the Atlas. Bingo bongo. Watch the trailer if you haven't. It is pretty okay. And so Echoes of the Atlas is the expansion. This is replacing the current Cirrus system. I haven't heard anything based off of Cirrus being existing, so that's kind of in limbo for now. But all updates will be put to the Reddit thread if you want to check stuff like that, so that's where I would tend to go. This is around the Maven, which is a spooky lady. She comes in and she watches you do maps, and basically this is like what Cirrus did in the first expansion, just kind of buffs bosses, nothing too fancy there. Eventually you get to fight different bosses at the same time, and then you end up fighting like 5 or 10, whatever, act bosses at once. You can fight, Katava with Malachi and whatever, Shio, whoever the fuck. You can fight all the bosses at once, and that's that. I imagine this is maybe as hard as a 20% Delirious map on a good day, so it doesn't look too challenging, honestly. The convoluted part comes in with the Atlas passive tree, as if us having a passive tree wasn't enough. Now our Atlas has one too. These do things such as unlocking specific buffs for different league encounters, meaning like Legion, or even things like Incursion, or things like Breach. So basically you could buff out different sections. And these are all in corresponding sections. So Lex Proxima will maybe have Breach, and maybe Glenich also has Breach, but that'll be it. So not every area has everything. So if you want to target specific things like Soulfight, if you're planning on deep delving this league, you're going to have to be farming specific areas. So that's going to pigeonhole you into doing not only maybe the maps you don't like, but just regions you don't particularly like. So keep that in mind. New endgame rewards. Basically, we have craftable watchstones now. So we already have regular watchstones. We have unique watchstones from Cirrus, which may or may not be in the league anymore. And now we also have magic watchstones. So eventually your entire Atlas will be covered with crafted watchstones that do certain things. The Maven Orb drops off the Maven, and it's basically like a souped up Awakener Orb. It basically a thing that has 2 Awakener mods, or 2 influence mods. It sucks off one of them and supercharges the second. So in this scenario, it gave something that had removed like some Awaken or influence mod and gave us the flask charged every second thing. But it could do things like remove a shit mod and make your corpse explosion chest, instead of doing 3% damage, do like 6% damage or something bananas. So that'll probably be, it's about the same dropper as Awaken Orb per the Q&A, and it'll probably be, I don't know, like 10x or some shit in the first week, if not more. There's 11 new map types, just means new bases. Pretty cool. Most likely these are all going to be test bases for Path 2, so new bases, new boss, new tile sets. Ritual League is the big thing. I think this is the most exciting part. The league itself looks really cool. I mean, the whole convolution of Echoes of the Atlas is one thing, but Ritual League looks pretty straightforward. Basically, it spawns a section that you fight in. It's like a shrine, and it locks off a circle, and then instead of a breach going outwards, it just starts spawning a bunch of shit. So you click the thing, you kill the shit. After you kill the shit, you get some shekels, like Piranus coins. You spend those shekels in the shekel shop, and you can buy a lot of cool stuff, some new bases. This one's kind of cool looking. And if you find some big ticket item, like you find, that Elder Bow, but you can't afford it, you could click it and click Defer, and you put down like a baby down payment, and that way you don't lose your item. So next time you click in the shop, when you have a new chunk of shit, that item will still be there. So if you find a headhunter, for example, or something wild, that way you could hit it, hit Defer, instead of spending the full, whatever, 10,000 tribute coins to buy it, you put down like, 800, and then next time that price will be even lower. So it's like a down payment. It's like you go into the pawn shop, Very, very cool system. Enhancing your rituals, you can actually bottle some ritual people and zoop up some maps. So it's like a little way of boosting maps as well, so some nice pack size. And experience new power. This is actually one of the biggest things. Every single Ascendancy class has been minorly tweaked. Some of them have been majorly tweaked. Here's an example. The Hierophant now has a new thing that gives it, I shit you not, 4 minimum endurance and power charges with +1 max to each. Pretty huge. Also some new stuff with Arcane Surge. So Inquisitor got a big overhaul, Slayer got a pretty medium one, Occultist got a pretty medium one, Deadeye got a huge one. Who else got to use? A couple of huge ones. So those will be revealed over time. Check out all the cool ascendancies. Pretty nice there. New uniques. Only 13 new uniques. That is for all for one. Outstanding. Although we do know that Metamorph was 4 uniques, and that still doesn't exist. So just because it's a small number doesn't mean it's easy to obtain. This could be very difficult still. But new uniques, we have I think 10 from the expansion and 3 new uniques from Ritual. So some cool ones there, a lot of build enabling things. You can check them out again on the website. But overview, a couple new div cards. This one is total dog shit, but League exclusive, double implicit, whatever. This one's pretty good though, Alteration. I like that one. A couple new gems. They're mostly support type things. Think like Void Sphere, Flamewell type shit. And then some actual supports which are pretty cool. But yeah, Trinity's a nice one. It lets you do more damage for different types of elements. So again, think Wild Strike, Elemental Hit, that sort of thing. And then Harvest is back, but the actual farm is gone. We get a prefab farm, less rewards, less space for Hoarder Crafters, but all the good Harvest stuff you can imagine. So that's pretty much in full swing. No declaration of nerfs to targeted annuls or targeted exalteds and remove ads, so I assume this is pretty much just as good as it was before. Unfortunately, Heist is back also. The only thing they said was that they're going to make it so rogues level up faster and markers drop with higher stacks, and quests are now easily more available, but this seems like total shit, so unfortunately this is back in the game, meaning bullshit. But yeah, either way, they said that on the Q&A that fracturing blueprints will no longer keep all the rooms unlocked and all the wings unlocked, so basically that meta's not dead, but just requires more investment for the Trade League players. And then supporter packs, of which there are a couple cool ones. Oh, fuck, load, come on, man. Alright, we got Renegade, get you a little Naked Imp. Deadly Renegade, get you a little Naked Imp with some armor. Faithsworn, get you a portal with the fucking waterfall. And then Elite Faithsworn is the waterfall with the dude in the armor. I think that's it, pretty much. But yeah, you know, Heist is back in full swing with no real changes. Harvest is back with some balance changes, much needed but much beloved. Some new uniques and some new div cards. They seem shit. The uniques seem pretty cool. Gems seem kind of poopy. Tons of new Ascendancy changes. These are kind of, I think, the biggest and most important thing of the entire expansion. Some huge Ascendancy changes. Slayer, some real nice ones. Hierophant, some real nice ones. Deadeye got buffed somehow. I don't know why, but it did. Ritual League, very cool looking. I'm looking forward to this majorly. This is the most exciting looking league I've seen in a pretty long time, so I'm really happy about Ritual League. Echoes of the Atlas, some new bases, that's whatever. Watchstones, we get to craft skill trees on our Atlas and more endgame bosses that are just recycled, and then the lady who watches us like a creepy voyeur in the night. This seems, again, as if the game wasn't bloated enough. This is, God bless new players, for they will have to wade through a valley of shit just to make it into maps now. But yeah, that's your Echoes of Atlas and Ritual League overview. I suggest you check the Reddit out. There's a super... I'll just show you the fucking thread. That's not right. This acts as your, like, you know, your highway for all the information. So if you go to the path thread, there's a 3.13 mega thread. Again, if you don't want to see spoilers, don't look at this, don't look at anything. But it'll have... Most of the information gets funneled here. And you can see all the specifics. But, you know, don't do it. Just go play other games. Don't play any. Don't even look at Path. Don't even think about Path for the next 2 weeks. Just go play other games, and you know, come back whenever you're done, and have fun next Friday. That's all you really should be doing. Because why ruin it for yourself? All right, you're gonna have fun anyway. Let's just hope the league launches right. God bless. Either way, I'm Matt Lighty. This has been your overview, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.